This is Sicarius Dracus plays the Prehistoric Planet Pack. Yeah, what a thing to say. Holy moly. All right, let's jump back into it. How's it going? I hope your day was great. Hope everything was winning for you. We're going to keep winning ourselves today. Best we can. Need some oxygen. We got oxygen pumping upwards and outwards. We got stuff going on in here. Let me see if they're available to harvest them. They are. Great, great, great. Looks like we can get another ova. If I want to make another farm right here, we totally can. Do we? Yep. Da, da, da. A little bit of teeth. Stations, got to make sure that they're station, or soon we're going to need to tame these guys. And we will head on up here. We need to make contact with the surface and find out everything that we can about the surface as quick as we can. You can plant, go right over those plants. See, there's a plant right there? You can just build right over that. And then you're going to get relocated to here. And all of this is well and great. This will actually work just fine. Like, they will be fine with this. I might want to close it off. Just so that it's its own area. Definitely needs like a mesh tile or two for for carbon dioxide to escape. Not anywhere here. We will put that Villa Vera here. And we need to get a kitchen up and going pretty quick. So here is our kitchen. We'll do a kitchen over here. And what's going to be in the kitchen? We need to have an electric grill, which probably we won't be using a whole lot. Yeah, I guess it's just going to be electric grill for a second. But eventually we'll have a smoker here, and that's going to produce carbon dioxide. It's kind of tricky. These are growing, but are we going to have enough food? Or are we going to have to chomp on somebody? Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't. These are a little bit of fruit, right? These are like a little bit of calories. Here, here, come over here and harvest this and see. We'll get some calories going here. Mill millet is also a food source. See, toasted mill millet, but we don't, or I guess we have enough. But I'm really hesitant to just start tossing the mill millet into the food source. How many do we need? Somebody who can grill. We don't have anybody here. Let's see if we can learn somebody. Nope, not yet. All right, food. We need to be thinking about food right now. You're too far. You're too far. I think I can just eat the mill millets. Nope, it can... It's inedible. Here's 3 right here, but that's like we're barely hanging on as it is. Bottle filler is going to go over here. Whoop, I guess it needed to be right there. Food, farm tile. We're gonna use a bunch of farm tiles to plant some mill millets here, and then we'll get mill millet cooking. Next thing we need to do is we need to change our research. Whatever we were researching, we need to change. Oh, the smoker is so far away. So this is what the Mimica do. The Mimicas plant and make the sweatcorns very delicious. And yeah, that's what they do. Maybe we get some mush going. I hate to start on mush. That is not my plan. Like the little nom of calories there. That might get them down to here. This is basically like not even a day. They ate through the house and home super quick. Let's see, what else can I do? So if we got rid of a lum, right? Or a lum egg. Let's see here. We could do a lum egg. This is not what I want to do. Like, I really don't want to do this, but we're looking at plans. We can make tough meat, 12 kilograms of it. We don't have somebody who right now can cook. So there's that. It also has to be in a smoker, so that's no good. None of that's any good right there. Egg cracker gives us... These are so pretty. Lum gives us 604. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That may save us, but at the same time, it might be horrible. All right, let's crack some eggs, and then we need megafrons. None of that. We'll get the omelet as soon as it comes in. All right, go ahead and go ahead and do 2 lums for me. And hey, look, somebody's got a skill. Freya, who does digging, probably needs to do that. Yeah. This lets us get into Abyssalite, so we're gonna do that, and then you're now our griller. You didn't think you would be, but now you are. Okay, so now we have omelet, so make omelet forever. And I didn't want to get all the lum eggs. That wasn't the point. The point is to feed just enough so that we're fine. Take it a few days at a time. Look at all this sweet corn or sweat corn. It's going to be a great harvest. We can even do another one if we really want to. What are they working on down here? They were working on a bunch of mimicas, but it looks like we only have one handy. Hey, we're gonna plant sweat corns everywhere. Everywhere we're gonna plant those sweat corns. And then we are also going to disable our robot friends from using this. Oh, nope, I guess not. Please fix these. This is a kind of an important thing to have fixed. I'm sorry that we have so many tasks running right now, but here's also something I can uproot. We can deconstruct right here. Let's make a carbon pit right here is what I want to do with this. It might not be temperature steady, but hey, why can't I put it there? Might not be temperature steady, but it'll at least have us get carbon going on. You ate that egg raw? Shoot. I don't think you can eat sweat corns either. I honestly think that, okay, you can make a horrible version of it, but then we will have to get. But what we want to do is the smoker, and then with peat, and then that'll make veggie poppers, and then I won't worry about food ever again. We can deconstruct this one now. Catalina can now carry everything. What do we got? I hesitate to take a duplicate. Our oxygen's pretty low. And the food might be coming up soon, but the research on our smoker is slow too. All right, we'll get those guys researching. Choose a blueprint. We got a snazzy. I think I like the snazzy. I really do like this nails. This nail's pretty good. Plumbing gets us one away from the snazzy suit. We'll do the snazzy suit. Yep. And we're going to put that on Freya. We'll do a person in a minute. But I think that we have to get to the smoker before we can do that. The smoker is going to emit carbon dioxide. We need a place to put our carbon dioxide since we currently don't. So we kind of now are on a little mission to get down here further so that we can put a carbon deodorizer in here. We could and then use this as our carbon pit. Look at that. That's beautiful. Make you a hole. Just make you a hole. Okay. They might not be able to breathe down here, which is kind of a bummer. A little bit more manpower dedicated to that. Oh, look, they're out of jewels as well. So somebody needs to make make batteries. Well, these want water. Don't have a dedicated farmer, really. All right, looking up here. Hey, look, we got a poker shell. So, and looks like we got some sand, and we got our biopot builder. I maybe hear something? It doesn't sound like I do. Brine ice just chilling here. Big old biome for the taking. We're gonna have megafronts for days. And if I just dig straight up, I think we're fine. And look at all this free hydrogen up here. Okay, they have a ton of tasks, and we need to pay attention to that. We also need to make sure they have everything that they need. I want to put a mesh hitch on this tile right here, so they climb down, hit, and then climb down here. This will keep stuff that we're digging from up above from just falling to its demise. It'll actually get picked up somewhere down here. We'll have a horrible tile right here. I guess it's just a race. Well, I guess we just have to speed this up and watch it go. Outdoor renovations. It's not raw. We're gonna eat these too. I don't have a problem picking all this stuff up for use. As well as here. Grab all that. Yes, look at all that harvestable goodness. Higby. So he's just making millets and omelets and stuff, okay? So that's all he's doing with that. We're going to get the smoker here in a little bit. Gear bomb forever. Might as well deconstruct these two so we can put in our water filler right here. Hey, you know, just keep that. Just do this one. Awesome. And I don't really want to be using this water for my bottle filling. Like, it's not a great idea because this is going to be polluted water, right? This is supposed to be water meant just for the apothecary. And then also the drain. Whenever we finish learning, our drain is going to go here, and we'll drain our polluted water into here. Great. A park. Anywhere we can put a park, we put a park right here. I'm sorry. I think it's a. Where are you? It said park, right? There's farm. Here's a park. And then we can put the park pretty far. So we could keep it going here all the way up to here. And if I just move these batteries here, pretty much make a park like out of this stuff right here. Probably too big still. 355, 224. This right here is probably not helping us. Whew. Hungry fellas. Yeah, we need somebody who's going to do gear bomb. That's true. What about now? How close is it now? 220. Okay, we're close. Hey. Room size is 128. Uh, uh, uh. There we go. We will have our park. A poker shell spawn. If we do Eduardo, we get some free batteries. This one can't. I really like May. Frankie is actually a cook. All right. We're gonna get Frankie. Frankie earns a skill point, and he's gonna be our griller. Then we're gonna put you back on construction. Synthesizer, refrigerator. Here, let's get this done. We get this done. We get this done, and then we can have another one of these guys, another lum. This one in particular, start doing food. That'll be 4 full farms of lums, and I would love to do 6. If we can do 6, that would be great. But you saw me have to eat that egg. And then this will drive our peat and food generation for a while. And then we'll do another line of sweat corn, probably right here. Like this will be like our most unofficial official farm ever. We are having a lot of job problems, so there's that. So anyway, here's the nature reserve. So if I need to lock this door right here so that they can't get in and out right here. I don't care whether they go here. Well, actually, we need to lock this one too. I want them to come through here so that they go up and down this little area right here. Then we could close this off too and get a little bit farther up if we wanted to. No big deal. We're not pressured. I don't know what's up with that. What are we researching? Oh, yeah, we're still researching Smoker. And Smoker is going to dump us a bunch of carbon dioxide, so we need to be prepared for that. We don't have any gas pipe, so we can't even cook our food right now. And you're just making this farm right here. That's what we want. I'll just put a node here. We'll just plant some wild nodes here. You need to get relocated. Yes, look at that sweat corn stock already. Yep. Looking at 4 microchips. He's busy. Hate looking at that horribly. Our batteries are not charging properly. Okay, you guys are good. Oh, that's because they're not connected. Pretty close to advanced research. Are we missing dirt? Yeah, we're missing dirt. Which we have plenty of in here, right? Yep. I'm not gonna be mad at them getting calories. Why? Let's get them. Let's get them on. Lots of polluted water. There's a resin. We don't hit anything by doing this. And we'll build we'll just keep building here so that they don't just hydrogen stays there. Okay, food repurposing. Spice grinder, plant pulverizer, smoker. So we got the smoker, and 2 of them is what I like to do. Sure, we'll put a spice grinder in here. Bam, spice weasel. Plant pulverizer. Look at this cute dinosaur plant pulverizer. This guy is going to be necessary for us doing work up here and growing our civilization. So like we're going to put some in right here. And each one is going to do a different job. Over here, we got the juicer. The juicer requires mushroom, bristleberry, and meal lice, which we are not going to have on this entire thing. So nothing we can really do with this at this particular time. All right, these are done. However, we need to get into some gas research now. We also need to get into sound amplifiers pretty darn quick. And power. And critter drop-offs. And smart storage. However, what we do need is we need to get this. This is first, and then filtration is second. Where is filtration? Is here. So we need to get these 3 going right now. This will give us more food, more stuff to do. And we're going to put our little carbon dioxide platform down here. There's a saltwater geyser at 95C. That's some good stuff there. Looks like we've got a radioactive biome right here. Yep. So we can get into radioactives pretty quick. Still not seeing another geyser other than that hot salt geyser, which is not a great sign. Really like these 2. We're gonna pick this Devon. We get gas vents, so now we can pipe out the minuscule, but yet still serious amount of carbon dioxide out of this thing. And then it's just we're just gonna drop it right here. Maybe we'll put it here. We'll worry about the rest of that later. Okay. We're gonna put a mesh tile here. It's going to be for one of our water loops. This is going to be for the second bit of our water loop here. Can we get researching? Can you guys just do the research like super good, fast? Stila is our researcher. Let's make her do that. Freya digs, Higsby builds. Devin's good at tidying. Hey. Great. I could plug one in, but I don't have the power to yet, and we're gonna have to get a peat engine going, and that's gonna be probably here or here. That's gonna cause us some polluted water and carbon dioxide, and then all that has to get filtered down here, and then we're gonna have to send power all the way back up here. We're not going to click these just yet because we don't want to load the veggie or the food in here because I think it'll start getting icky. Got one lum egg. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Oh, harvest off? Yeah, don't harvest that. Oh, whoops. This will let this oxygen come up through here. Gas valve. Beautiful. Beautiful. Valves of all kinds. Okay, so now I don't need to worry about, these don't require power? I didn't even think about that. Forever. I don't need to think about this. The carbon dioxide that comes out of these is so minuscule that we will have time to pressurize this quite a bit. And then we don't want anything in either of these. I just like having it be a kitchen. I wish I could like suppress the warnings. Like a Unreachable dig, huh? We also have a park right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I were to close this off, I could get a park in this part as well. Hey, park's great for morale, man. Can't laugh at it. All right, so here's the carbon skimmer. I'm gonna put that right here in the central column here. Got a deodorizer in case we get polluted oxygen. We do have a bunch of it. Where's the worst place for it? I wish I could put it right here. Yes, you can't do that. Could put it right here. We could use this for fart crusher if I so desired, which is like a door that opens and closes over and over. Oh, look, we had a tile that's solidified. Another thing I need to do is I need to store our bleach. This is gunk water. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, this will not be absolutely spectacularly fail later, guaranteed. We do need to liquid lock to get in here and start connecting these guys. Get this mega fronds going. This is sleet wheat here. Get this area back to cold. Lock this area up. But we're working on something else at the moment. Okay. Research. You got 1/2 of that done. Now to get the other half done. It goes out and then in. I think it'll hit right there. I want it longer than that. Okay, and in this way we will have our carbon dioxide eater. You got that, buddy? What's the best way to get in here, huh? Should just come in from over, like, all the way down here, all the way around and up is the only path that I see right now. We're going to add a liquid lock here. We're going to make it out of gunk. Finally got a lubrication station. this could this will be part of this build right here, because we'll have phyto oil. So we can just pump phyto oil right into these two right here. Mm-hmm. I see. Well, that explains a whole lot. They could be even closer together than previously anticipated. Oh, here we go. Printable. What do we got? Ooh, wow. Free calories or 10 agriculture. See, we don't really use, dang, 10 agriculture is pretty great. All right. Well, you're our agriculturist now. You see how I am willingly just like, boom, we're going to print all these characters. Well, that's because food doesn't really become a problem until later on. Yeah, you guys are going to need help here. Might as well turn that into just general. Just 9 that up. Someone's starving? And then we can't do this just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we find a 5th one, then maybe we make brisket out of it. Just standard issue temperature obsidian, huh? And we got some seacomb right here. That's a good sight to see. We're gonna need seacomb to make our rockets. So this whole layer here is basically we're gonna have to go through and make a biome out of this whole area here. Just chomp it right in half. Water sieve. We got the sieve. We're not distilling ethanol per se. I'm a really big proponent of like making this pipe really, really long. Like as long as you can possibly make it without it being annoying. And the reason why I like doing that is because it gives me more water in the pipe overall to do stuff with. And I should just run it. I should run it like this and not be a barbarian. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it the right way. We're gonna need a storage bin for clay or whatever. We also need one right here. This is our second one. So what's going to happen here is we're going to do 2 things with this. The first one is we're going to start doing our carbon skimming and keep our carbon skimmed. And then in the second one, we're going to use our peat battery and come over here, make a big peat battery over here, or a peat generator over here. That's going to give us polluted water and power and carbon dioxide, and then we'll just keep working on this as kind of a closed system. I might even move this carbon skimmer here, and then we can keep it closed in its own door. And then pump it in, and then use a pipe to pump it in. That actually sounds like a much better plan than what I was just doing. I like my other plan. Out, around, in, that's fine. And then you can come this way. And then we're gonna get rid of all this stuff here. We're gonna get rid of, deconstruct this, and then turn this into a regular tile. Turn all of this into regular tiles. Gas bridge into here. We're gonna make, what are we gonna do here? We need to make a lock here or something. It can just be a regular airlock. This can be where the ladder goes up. Wire to here. I never did get the bottle emptier. Oh, Catalina, you are in trouble. Catalina making dumb decisions. Well, okay, that's great. I didn't want you to die, Catalina. You were my rock star. It's literally oxygen just right here, and you locked yourself in. And then we're gonna, this will just be a mesh. Oh wait, no, we need to do this properly, because there's gonna be water dripping down on all this, so we need to have a storage place for the water. So like the liquid pump is gonna have to go here. We can deconstruct this one, and then just make this area right here. Water will fall in here, down and into here. We need to get some power here. Sand into here. You can also do regolith if we have rego, but we don't right now, so we can't. And then this will make us water now. Yeah, this has to do what it's going to do. Knows research focused. We need a research focus, and that's going to be on getting our peat. Getting our peats wet. All right, so we got 6 duplicants, and we're gonna maybe one more Boop. We want to get phyto oil, so it's going to take bleach stone to get that, but then we can have these running. And I'm gonna have her change real quick. I know that she was doing that. We're gonna change direction real quick because she didn't finish the research for the bottle emptier in here. She needs to do that. We're gonna do that, finish that up, and then we'll end the episode. Have her finish that research up. Look at all these veggie poppers popping out here, man. There's some good food going on. We can deconstruct that. And the reason why we're making the mesh tile here is because we're going to, the water coming from them is going to come down into here, and then we're going to pump it into here, and then pump that water into our sieve here. And then it'll look like this. And then this needs to be chopped properly. We're going to have a two-way. So what's going to happen is we're going to feed this one first, and then we're going to feed this one second. So chop that here. Chop this here. This is water. It's just water. So this little line will run and do what it's supposed to do. This will fill this up, these two up here, and this line should continue working. And then any excess water will get dumped out here. New printables are available. What do we got? We do have a griller. We do have some snack fruit. We got plenty of food going on. Do have a creative that's got some incredible creativity. A second Meep is another second science person. I think we're gonna take the snack fruit. I'm just worried about power, Eduardo. That's the big thing, is I'm just worried that I'm not gonna be able to provide you guys with enough power. New achievement. Skills to pay the bills. Oh yeah, we should probably stop them from doing that. And are you done with this yet? You're getting close. So what she's researching right now is the bottle filler, so that we can start putting water into the system here. So like right here, we're gonna put in 2 bottles. Where is a spot here we can put in a bottle? This is all polluted. This is clean water. I guess right here. There we go. And here's the bottle drainer. Oh, it's got to be refined. Oh, that's horrible feeling. That should take nothing to research. We'll do the brief brute force, get a little bit of refined metal, call it good. We're already 30 cycles in. We are 1/6 of our journey. Yep. Rocketry. Nope. Don't need anything here. Wall toilets are pretty cool. They just give us straight water. Water, Fido oil. All right, so we need to also get up to this and get these sea combs rolling like immediately. I don't see any right over here. Otherwise, I'd come and pick that stuff up. This is kind of a horrible spot for these little guys. Yeah, I see some right here. Little teeny tiny amounts. We do have a lot of water in here that we can just drain out and use for our things. These are also called nits. They are mosquitoes, and we're going to use them to feed these lure plants so that we can get resin, and then when we heat that up, then we can get plastic. And also getting... What else do we get from it? If we heat it up even further, we get fossil out of it too. Come on, let's get a little bit of this going so that we can call it good for the episode. Back to that. Looks like we're going to be dealing with 95 degrees temperature. Salt water. That's okay, because I think we can get some early steel going on here. Just need to find a bit of iron, which is already right here, and get off the rock crusher. But we're gonna get off the rock crusher. You know we are. Yeah, all that pretty much. Really just want to make another one of these just to have just salt. Just nickel to ore right now. These two, and then we'll make the other one do the salt and sand. Also, stations, we're gonna put in a lamp because that will help this process out go way faster. So sand and table salt will be what this one does. Okay, well, we made a little bit. Did we make enough to make the bottle opener? Great. Come on, let's get some water in here to end this episode. It's already way too long. Here's the peat burner. We're gonna get some extra temperature out of here. We're gonna do 4 of these. We're gonna make sure that there's a storage bin right here in the middle of them. A jumbo battery, which is actually going to become a sound battery. and power on out. This is foolish. We will fix this for sure. I need like one pipe here. This is done. So liquid, we want water. Go for it. This system is power water positive. It's going to put out more water than the system is going to like. A little bit of that is going to be fixed by our bottle filler needing the apothecary. So a little bit of that is going to be offset by that. So we can do a little bit of finagling with that. The other thing is that this is also going to be water positive. So we are going to have a lot of water positivity at the moment, and we don't have a lot of reason to use it. These want water. So I guess we can put our little water station here. And these guys are still wild, so question, did we get a hydroponic farm? We did. So in theory, we could just break these and put the hydroponic farm in here. These want peat. And somebody's making their way up here. Oh, and I did not auto bottle. Empty pipe, everything here. Oh, yep. All right, come on, let's get some water into here. Glug glug. And I guess that's okay. We'll just pack this all full. Oh, I think I could fill this up another way. And then we'll deconstruct this because we don't need this anymore. And then we got water in here, so we can deconstruct this. There's just a bit of water. I think we're probably pipe blocked here. Yep, that's what it looks like. We need more pipe to do stuff. Yeah, you're right. That's a pretty long dig. No cap. Okay. So, we're gonna have Devin here do his very best, and I'm sure everything will work out here in the end. But this is the end of this episode here. Thank you for watching. He only did one and then he quit. And then we're gonna work on sound amplifiers in the next episode. Oh, come on. Come on, Morbs. There you go. Now you got some oxygen up here. Look at this. Freya's like, I don't care. This is like an easy peasy job to me. Okay, alright. See you later in the next episode. This has been super fun. I've really enjoyed this. There's gonna be printables in the next one. Alright, getting out of here. Bye!